Hello, everyone. Pastor Randy here from New Life, and just wanted to share kind of a midweek thought with you from the Scripture. You know, we're in a day and age, obviously, that things are changing for all of us. I know that one of the small disappointments compared to big things, small disappointment is if you are a sports fan, you're just watching repeats of stuff that's already happened from years ago. Imagine, you know, being able to foresee that even sporting events, big events, would be canceled in this country. We would think, no way that's even possible. And so there's been a couple late nights where I just needed to decompress for a moment, and I watched some old golf clips from the 70s and even the 60s of some of the old great golfers and their competitions. Watched it for a few minutes until I got bored with it. You know, nothing like taking a nap to golf. So I know not all of you are sports fans, but the principle of this thought will you'll understand, grasp, and hopefully it'll be encouraging to you in your life and a reminder. Um, I know that I'm no fine specimen now, but back when I played college ball, was in shape, could run all day, do all that stuff that, well, many of us who are older now uh, don't do anymore. And so I remember those times. You know, we'd break for like Christmas. We would, head home during the middle of basketball season and take a little reprieve and go home for, a handful of days. And I remember taking like a week off, not really doing much, and then going back. I could back then, like anybody else young, could recover quickly, but um, you know, I found out the year that I didn't do anything, going back and starting to work out, it took a little bit. And so maintenance is better than recovery. And in these moments where many of us are, maybe working from home or our job has kind of changed a bit, for some who are home, full time, it's easy to kind of get in a mode where we don't maintain. We don't continue to excel. We feel like we're taken out of the battle. We might feel a little isolated or disconnected, and just kind of like a Christmas break for a ball player. You don't feel the challenge. You don't feel the call to go and compete, and you miss it. The break is nice. However, we can get sloppy. And I want to read this to you from 1 Corinthians chapter 9. It'll be something very familiar to you. The Apostle Paul writes this: "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So you and I should run that we may obtain the prize. Every athlete exercises self-control in all things." All of you know this if you just work out or you've been an athlete or anything that you've done in life, even if it wasn't sports. We have to discipline ourselves. Right diet, discipline to maintain and excel, not go on a break where we just become lackadaisical. And so he says every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, or in other words, a trophy in this life that isn't for eternity. It's just going to rust or corrupt over time. But we do it as something that is imperishable, something that's eternal. And so he says this: "So I do not run aimlessly or without purpose. I do not box as one beating the air, but I discipline my body and keep it under control, unless after preaching to others, I myself would be disqualified from the prize of heaven." And so I just want to encourage you to continue to stay sharp spiritually. Exercise those disciplines. Even in a time where we maybe feel like we're kind of forced to withdraw from connection with people, we might feel a little out of commission, disconnected. I want you to know that we're supposed to continue to maintain our spiritual development, our spiritual sharpness, awareness, and continue to walk with the Lord and discipline ourselves that way. So I want to encourage you in these times where we lack fellowship and involvement, stay spiritually sharp, stay in His Word, be encouraged, let His Word shape your thoughts and make you spiritually fit and run like one who is going to get the prize. Thanks so much for joining us on this brief thought midweek, and God bless you.